Okay, welcome back to Wildstar. I basically ran back to town. I'm going to turn in these quests. I also have a few things to show that I forgot about in typical fashion. I've been running around doing things inefficiently. The first one is, if you look at my abilities, there's this path. And I technically had an ability already, this restoring my full power and hit points every 10 minutes that I hadn't been using. This comes from the soldier path, and then there's another one, bailout, which is basically I can take me and my group to a safe area. So at any given point I can basically teleport us out of the way of whatever it is we happen to be doing. So I'm going to keep this hit point one up because that'll be a nice thing that probably would have saved me a couple times that I died. And unfortunately, I didn't have the foresight to actually put it up on my hotbar. The other thing is, I did get some other abilities, and of course, since I changed all my abilities over, I had to reapply my ability points. So I put one in the base attack. I think it always makes sense to put points into something you use constantly. And then the other one is whirlwind, because I seem to be using that a lot, and it seems to do a pretty decent amount of damage. Alright, so that guy is way over there somewhere, and this guy happens to be in town. Looks like he's maybe inside. No, holographic terminal? Yeah, maybe it's inside. Here we go.
Begin interface.
I will see justice done. Your trials are just beginning.
Okay. So I usually like to try to pick the ones that are the closest, so I guess I will go kill Sky Talon Rotbeaks. And that's what's nice about this. It actually, you can click on it and it shows you how far away you are from whatever objective, and it actually reorders the quest, although sometimes it messes it up based on how close you are or what your proximity is to whatever it is you need to complete. So, you know, it makes it handy for trying to plan out how you move from quest to quest. Like most people that played WoW and had multiple characters, I had, like, you know, exact plans that I could use to go as efficiently as possible from quest to quest by, you know, creating essentially a loop around the zone that that I would use, and I would basically do as many of the quests as possible before returning to the NPC, and it would basically maximize the amount of XP that I would get for having to, you know, do all the downtime stuff. Of course, that's not necessarily the most efficient way to level. There are times that you can do, you know, boss fights or dungeons or even PvP and level more efficiently. But if you actually want to do the quests, there's almost always a way in particular that you can do them that actually has a significant benefit to how quickly you move through the game. But this is my first playthrough, and I don't know whether I will play, you know, all the characters or many of the characters all the way through in this game. You know, I have done that in the past in a lot of games. I usually end up with 3 or 4 max level characters at minimum, but I have no idea whether I'll do that in this game or not. I like the idea of focusing. It's always bitten me having multiple characters because, you know, I get okay at them, but I never really get really great. And when it comes to armor and doing endgame stuff, having multiple characters is about the worst thing you can possibly do. Unless, of course, the game, you know, goes on for a significant period of time. There are definitely stages in the WoW cycle where I absolutely had to have another character because I had literally maxed out and done absolutely everything you could possibly do other than maybe, you know, the PvP with a character, and it just made sense to have another one if I wanted to keep playing. But I've heard there's supposedly a ton of endgame content for this game. And they have, you know, like, the rumor is, and I have no idea how much the truth this is, they have a year worth of backup content that will be released in little bits over the course of however long while they develop whatever the next expansion is or whatever it is they plan to do with the game. So, I mean, that actually sounds very good, in theory at least. But we'll see. I managed to make use of it that time. Sometimes it doesn't work going from level to level. 99%. Couldn't give me that fraction of a percentage. Did somebody do the math wrong, or is that intentional? Rounding didn't work today. Okay. Looks like one up here. I may have to kill some wolves in the process, but that's alright. And another quest complete. Alright, Justice Alistair is over here, so I may as well go get him. It looks like he's close, and this is part of the regional story. Killed Blackpaw is over here somewhere as well. The claim is in that direction. And then, of course, there was Demon Claw, which is over here somewhere. I guess when we go do this, we'll just loop back around and then go over and see if we can actually get the Demon Claw quest done. Now that's down to 8. I may be able to solo it, and if not, then hopefully there'll be somebody there to do it with. Particularly since it's now later on in the day.
Give me the situation. Hope you aim to be seeing this through.
Okay. And it looks like we've gotten some settler buffs here. That's nice. Oh, it's a taxi. Okay. And this is a soldier mission, so I may as well do this while I'm here. Another one. So it's a holdout. Another one of these quests. How many has that been? I've lost count, but I know it's been most of them. Most of the quests, I think, are like this, at least in the lower levels. Hopefully there'll be more of those, like assassinate missions, because those are actually pretty cool. You know, where you have to work your way in and kill a specific NPC because you're the soldier. You know, I kind of like the idea of those from a lore standpoint and from just a mixing it up standpoint.
Still standing? Keep it up, soldier. There's plenty more trouble headed your way.
Alright, so I have some abilities that I haven't been using. And that one's one of them. I just want to see what it does. I'm still not quite sure, but it's on the cooldown.
Battle ain't over yet.
Right.
Don't give any ground. This planet's on.
So my free ability is that. Okay, it's just a stationary attack where you stomp on the ground or whatever it is.
You got a killer's instinct, soldier.
Okay.
You're gonna make one hell of a muck.
Mission complete. Alright, 251 away and 493 away. It looks like there's a lot of things in this area. It's kind of the opposite direction of where I wanted to go, but that's okay. I can finish this out and go back down. Sabotage those, kill guys. Let's see if there's any buttons I gotta press so I don't waste time running around doing stuff that I don't need to do. And there's a soldier mission. That is one of the advantages of Whirlwind. You can basically circle strafe around the guys while you whirlwind and be killing them. I have a feeling that's a stun if it hits you, of course. Leap back in, although one thing about the leap is it seems to be a fixed distance leap, which I don't particularly like. I'd prefer it was a targeted leap, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Let's see how far it is. So that's almost the perfect distance. You gotta kind of eyeball it. I guess that does add some skill to the process, so maybe I'll get used to it. I kind of like it after I get used to it.
Double kill.
Although by not making it a targeted leap, it does make it an escape possibility as well. So I should maybe count my blessings. Guys seem tough for some reason. I mean, they're level 10, I'm level 11, but the shield's down, so it shouldn't really make that big of a difference. Okay. So, slushed and slurried. Oh, this is an assassination mission. So, here you go. Ask and you shall receive. That's nice.
Double kill. Give me the situation. Give me the situation.
Missions complete right in a row there. Okay, and let's see about assassinating 172. The kills on the way, though, actually do something for me, so I'll make sure I do these. A lot of times I'll run around, like I'll just try to not kill things because it actually ends up being slower, but if you kill everything. But, you know, in this case, I'll actually bother to go through, finish killing them, do the whole grind thing. Probably been more efficient with my use of stuff that reduces my kinetic energy. Like I seem to have a really hot full bar all the time of kinetic energy, which I guess could be an advantage because, well, that way I have it for when I need it, but at the same time I think I'm wasting DPS that I could be using because there's probably abilities that use kinetic energy that I'm not using as frequently as I could be using because I'm just basically spamming the base attack button. This chick is pretty tough. Let's give her that. She's about to kill me. It's close. Alright. So that seemed tuned pretty well. And looks like I have to kill all three, so maybe I should get my health back before I leap in there like a dodo. Get myself killed, although I'm going to lose a buff. Perfect timing. Alright, so let's see. Look, I think I managed to avoid pulling the other guys with leap. How about this skill? Alright, so... Alright, leap out of that. There we go. Alright, gotta kill these guys anyways to get to the journal. Not that it matters, but... It's there! I have to get it! And then I can be disappointed when I didn't get them all at the end of the zone. I have like half of them or something ridiculous.
Double kill.
Alright, this guy should push me over the top as far as getting 100% of the slushed away characters for the regional story.
Situation.
Oh wait, let me make sure I picked the right one. Alright, so this is the support sword, so this would be like the tanking sword because it's got deflect on it. And this is the damage sword. Of course, here is another problem with separating the two out from each other. I mean, I feel compelled to get the damage sword because I'm doing mostly solo PvE, but I know eventually I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to, you know, tank. If I want to be a tank, I want to tank the first instance, and unfortunately I'm going to be gimpy in terms of abilities, not in terms of amps, fortunately, because I've put my amps in the defensive thing, but that's of course gimping me now progressing. So yet another game that, and maybe it's just not possible, that does not get the whole, you know, soloing doesn't do what you need it to do in order to be a group character. It just doesn't. The two are completely separate paths from each other, or pretty darn close to completely separate paths. All right, Black Paw is this way. Burke's Claim is that way. Demon Claw is also that way. And then the Judge is that way. So let's go do Black Paw because it's closer, even though it's the higher level of the two. And hopefully there's people around here who can also do it. I'll yell out in the chat, which is yet another interesting experiment. Because there are times when you get really lucky and, you know, you ask in the chat or there's already a guy in there or something, and then there are other times where you literally stand around with your thumb up your ass for like 20 minutes, you know, and or an hour or whatever, and you never get any response from anybody to actually and there was another quest I could do. Damn. Alright. So anyways, I'm going to stop the video here because I'm at about 16 minutes, and hopefully when we get back in, we'll be killing Blackbaugh for the group quest reward. And anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.